Hey everyone, I want to talk about fears and how they are preventing you from coming into union with your divine counterpart. I want to take you through the journey. When we are on this journey, in the beginning of the journey, or I should say when we go through a dark night of the soul and you become spiritually activated, you're going through the depths of hell and you're not understanding why your divine masculine left, why they ghosted you, why they're ignoring you, why they suddenly pulled away after the love bombing phase and after showing so much interest. It's very complicated, right? And then you can't get them out of your head. You're seeing all the synchronicities, the signs, reminders, and then bam, you have your spiritual awakening and you have your ego death. And you're wondering, why aren't they coming in? Why haven't I heard from them? What's going on? And we all know that the separation with our divine counterpart is preparation, okay? So I actually wrote an article on medium.com, why separation is preparation and needed to heal, okay? So that separation, when your divine masculine leaves, it's not because they want to hurt you. It's not because they don't like you. Okay, if you are truly on the twin flame journey, okay, I don't want everyone to think, oh my God, I'm a twin flame because they ghosted me. No, but I'm saying if you know you are on a twin flame journey, your divine masculine leaves by divine orchestration. Yes, because it's too intense for them. And yes, also because they think that they're not good enough for you. It's, you're their divine feminine. They see you as light, okay? But it's also because by divine orchestration, it's for you to heal, for the divine feminine to heal. And when the divine feminine heals, the divine masculine also starts healing, okay? But their journey is just different than ours. And throughout the separation, when we are in no contact with them, the divine feminine, because of the spiritual awakening, realizes that, they start to go within, start healing abandonment wounds, traumas, insecurities, mother-father wounds, all these things that we start healing, right? And then once we finally get to a place of grounding, we're balanced, our divine masculine comes in again and says, hey, and may start to admit their feelings for you. You have a little interaction, but then all of a sudden, the divine feminine starts to have anxiety, starts to fear that they're going to leave, starts to get in the way, and starts to panic, and then what happens? The divine masculine leaves. Why does the divine masculine leave? Because you are still in a fearful state, because you still have some wounds to heal, okay? And I wrote in another article back in May, and I don't know if I ever shared that with you guys, but it was called Stop Blaming Your Twin Flame and See Where They're Mirroring You. So anytime that you are blaming your twin flame, it has to be a reflection, okay? But unfortunately, we get in our egos. And I'll admit, even last Monday on my live, like I said before, I was in my ego, right? Saying, well, we've done all this healing, so where are they at? Granted, yes, I know there is divine timing, and I do believe that collectively we are going to come into union. But I also know that it's individual as well, right? And I say that it can happen collectively. Why? Because if you notice, we tend to go through these massive breakthroughs collectively, right? That's why last weekend, so many of us were dealing with ego depths and facing our shadows, facing our egos, and dealing with these heavy, dark energies at the same time. And then this week, so many of my divine feminines on my group call were dealing with similar breakthroughs, including myself. And if you remember, or if you don't remember me talking on my last video, there was something that I realized was that I was not connecting with my divine masculine enough in the 5D. And the message that I got from him, part of it was, don't hate me, transmute that pain or that fear, let go of that fear, and I don't want to hurt you. And I realized that fear, that was blocking me. Why? Because so many divine feminines fear, and this was talked about on my group call where, and I'll explain actually, one of my divine feminines, her divine masculine was coming into her dreams, saying that he really wanted to come in, he wanted to be with her. And she was saying no, 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 and resisting him and pushing him away because she wasn't seeing anything physical in the 3D, and she was getting tired of the push and pull. So it's like, if you're not here, why are you telling me this? That's what she was thinking. But of course, the ego doesn't understand because they're not physically here. So why are we getting these messages in the 5D of them not wanting to hurt us, right? This is the ego. This is the battle of ego. Like the 5D is showing one thing, but the 3D is showing another. They're literally telling us what we need to transmute and let go, what we need to heal. So collectively, we were having this fear that if they come in, we're going to get hurt again because we are so tired of them coming and going, coming and going. The push and pull drives us nuts, but we are causing that to happen because we're not balanced. Think about when they come in. Okay, I was reflecting on when my divine masculine came in, as well as other divine feminines, when their masculines came in. And when they come in is when we are balanced, when we are focused on ourselves, we are loving ourselves, we're being creative, we're working on our passions, and we have a balanced state of love for them. We're not resenting them. We're just zen. We're just balanced. We're good. We're going with the flow in our divine feminine state. And then all of a sudden they come in. It's not to test us. It's a test to see if you're ready. But it's not to mess with us, okay? It's because you're balanced. That's why, because this connection is not a regular 3D connection. It's not a karmic connection. It is a soul, a heart energetic connection. And in order for it to function, we have to be balanced. We have to be neutral. And I don't mean neutral as in not thinking about them, detached from them. No. We have to the neutral is letting go of expectations. You are surrendered. You are in a place of love, unconditional love, focusing on yourself and not wondering when or how they're going to come in and all this other stuff. And you're letting go of the fears. You're letting go of your ego. Your ego, like I said, guys, the ego wants to control. The ego creates the doubt. The ego creates anxiety and worry and fear. It is very fear-based, which is why when we start to have those fears that they're going to leave us, boom, they leave because we are thinking with our ego and we are not balanced. It's like a paradox, right? It's a vicious cycle, which is why we have to always stay balanced. We have to be meditating. We have to be grounded, not detached to be like, well, screw him, right? Like, and I feel horrible that I was in that state on Monday, right? Especially as a twin flame coach. But these were all shadows and shadows that we had to face, okay? So this is why traumas and pain come to surface for us to heal, and why separation is needed for us to heal those traumas. We are the ones creating our own blocks, okay? So when you finally get to a state where, okay, I've dealt with my abandonment issues, I don't have them anymore. Okay, I've dealt with my insecurities. I am not insecure anymore. I know that I am worthy of my divine masculine. I know this, right? Like I literally had this conversation with myself the other night, and I was like, what do I need to heal? It's not abandonment wound. It's not insecurities, but there was the little bit of residual fear that if he were to come in, what if he leaves again? But that's just the fear. That's the ego, right? And then I thought, no, he loves me. I choose him. So when you finally make that decision, you know what? I choose him. Granted, yes, we've always said, oh, but I want him, I choose him. But that's out of chasing energy, okay? I'm talking about when you get to a healed state. You're like, no, this is the person I want to be with. I no longer fear, and I welcome them with open arms. However, I'm not going to have any expectations on when they come or how they come. I'm just focused on myself. I let go of expectations and I welcome them with open arms when they choose to come in, while staying focused on myself and balanced. That is surrender, and that is inner union. We have to be patient, just focusing on yourself, letting go of those fears. If they want to come in the 5D, you listen to them in the 5D. They are literally giving you the answers in the 5D. And that's why in all of my Akashic record readings, they would always tell me, connect with your DM in the 5D. And I'd be like, oh, I know, but I don't want to put too much energy. No, they're literally giving you the answers in the 5D. Transmute that pain, let go of that fear. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. It's facing your shadows. Don't spiritually bypass anymore. Face yourself. Much love. God bless.